I've been struggling with this shit for 23 years. It escalated during the pandemic. Anytime that I get stressed out, worry about closing a sale, when a marketing campaign fails, when I'm not sure if I'll make payroll, I get really stressed out. My self-image takes a big hit. I go back to pornography. What's up? This video is for you if you are in sales, if you are a business owner, or if you are a consultant who is very good at what he does, but it feels as if you've hit a ceiling and you've been stuck there for a while. Your sales are not going up, your revenue is not improving, you know you're good at what you do, but now you're getting frustrated. You keep wondering, is it my industry? Is it the script? Is it the company I'm with? Is it my prospects? Is something wrong with my clients? Is it the economy? And I'm sure you spent a lot of time, energy, and money trying to figure that out. I'm here to give you one more option, especially if one of the ways that you deal with the stress of your inability to grow, if one of those ways is by viewing pornography, masturbating, or engaging in some sort of sexual behavior that you are unable to control. Is it possible that your lack of growth is due to your self-image? You can only grow as far as your self-image will take you. And there are some of you who experience these temporary boosts. A trusted mentor, a sales manager you really respect, tells you that you're capable of more and that you're gonna hit your potential and nurtures you. You go out there, you crush it for a few weeks or for a few months, and then your sales drop, your revenue drops. You go out there for some conference, some retreat, some rah-rah motivational stuff, you do some neuro-linguistic programming, you kind of try to change your unconscious mind, and for a while you're doing very well. In fact, this time you're doing really well, months and months and months. And then, back down to that ceiling. And the worst part of all of this is, you don't want to be comfortable. You're starting to feel comfortable here and you're like, no, I know I want more. I know I'm doing okay or better than most, but I want more and I'm just getting exhausted. I'm running out of stamina, constantly hitting my head against this ceiling. Let's talk a little bit about that. I'll keep it simple. I'm J.K. Emezi. I'm the head coach of the Porn Reboot coaching system, and I'm the founder of Elevated Recovery. But before I got into the addiction world, I ran a direct sales training company. I was the director and the recruiter, the head recruiter of one of the largest sales internships in the United States. I went from college to college across the United States, and I recruited fresh-faced college students to sell books, specifically Bibles and educational books, door to door. And for just over a decade, I personally took them out and trained them. I never became an armchair manager. I was always in the field, knocking doors, all the way up to the age of 31 years old. And I started when I was about 20 years old. I worked my way through college, never ever held a job for more than 3 months where I got paid a salary. Everything I ever got paid has been in pure commission or a business that I ran. Right? I've recruited and trained over 120 sales professionals. So that's the background I'm coming from. I have a deep understanding of this. And what I want to tell you is this. Every time that you bump up your self-image via more training, via putting yourself around the right people, being in the right environment, closing sales, increasing your revenue, doing things that improve your self-image, if you have something in your personal life that contradicts and goes against the self-image that you are portraying, there's only so far you can go. I'm not going to say that, pornography use, compulsive pornography use is going to destroy your business. If you've already crossed a certain threshold, the truth is it's unlikely that's going to happen. But what is not going to happen is your further growth, especially when you get to the point where your growth needs to compound. Why? Because at a certain level, in order to learn a new skill set, in order to get used to that particular season of growth in your business, let's say you're trying to get from $3 million to $5 million. Let's say you're trying to get from a commission of $120,000 a year to $250,000 a year. There are certain habits, there are certain things that you have to do on a very consistent basis to break out of homeostasis. And when you keep doing those things, you keep getting the wins in terms of clients, customers, revenue growth, team growth, feedback. But each time when you have an out of control behavior with pornography, that you fall back on pornography when it gets really tough, because you do have to adjust to that new level. Each time that you binge, you change your biochemistry. Your nervous system is affected by this, but most importantly, you elicit emotions that are incongruent with the self-image of a winner. A person, your self-image as a top salesperson, as a top consultant, as a business owner who is owning his market, is one of being a contributor, is one of being a winner, is one of being a person who shows up all the time, is one of somebody who has integrity, who responds quickly, who is service-minded, who is truthful. But each time you engage in that behavior, especially when you get stuck in a relapse cycle, all the emotions that come up and are stuck in your unconscious mind scream, I lack integrity. Scream, there is this one thing from a part of my life when I was a boy. I was a child, not a child, but I was a teenager, and I was engaging in that behavior. And as an adult who was supposed to be successful, I still do not have control of this behavior. Many of you sweep it under the rug, and you try to hide behind the facade of your ceiling, right? Like, I got a nice home, I got a vacation home by the lake, we're doing good. I'm just gonna cut my expenses because I don't fucking know how to get to the next level. It's your self-image for many of you. And I don't say that lightly, because for the past couple of years, I have worked with many professionals, especially sales professionals, consultants, business owners, especially those who have a background in marketing or sales. And this is consistent across the board. They have not told their partner what their problem is. They have not even looked at themselves in the mirror, looked themselves in the eye and said, James, Justin, Brian, Zach, whatever your name is, bro, you have a problem with pornography and you keep minimizing it. When your self-image is, I'm a top producer, I'm gonna crush it. Some of you wake up in the morning and have affirmations, literally, like I'll be a billionaire one day. I own homes all over the world. I this and I this and I this. You have all these affirmations that you tell yourself, right? Because you want to be this sort of person. But back there, your unconscious mind goes, well, but you can't control your behavior. You can't control your dick. You're watching some really messed up stuff. If you grow, what if you get found out? That's another one. Some of you are just like, I just don't understand why I can't step through it. I see the door to greatness in my career. I just can't step through it. You can't step through it because your unconscious mind is like, bro, what if you get busted? What if you get busted? You underestimate the power of holding shameful secrets. And I have seen men over and over again simply show up to a group of their peers, not a group of men who don't understand sales or consulting or business, not a group of men who are not driven, showing up in front of men that you respect, that you would even invite into your home, men who you would learn from, and then opening your mouth and saying, I've been struggling with this shit for 23 years. It escalated during the pandemic. Anytime that I get stressed out, worry about closing a sale, when a marketing campaign fails, when I'm not sure if I'll make payroll, when I want to go on a vacation with my wife and kids or purchase something and I realize that I can't and I have to postpone it to the future, I get really stressed out. My self-image takes a big hit. I go back to pornography. I'm not content with the things I have. Brothers, if that is you, you need help. not enough people are talking about it. Many of you, yes, you're making the investments, you're studying, you're getting better and better. Guys, I spent over 10 years, and at least half of those years were spent as a porn addict. I went from owing the company money because they would keep giving me advances because I could never fucking close, I could never lead my team to victory. They would keep giving me advances, and at the end of the year, I owed money. I fucking owed the company money. And I had to keep coming back to pay off the debt. The moment I controlled my sexual behavior, it was immediate 6 figures within 4 months. All the talent is there within you. All those calls you've made, all those years that you have worked, all those books you've read, all the conferences that you have attended, brother, the information is there. I know you're wondering, why is it that I'm watching people on YouTube and on social media crushing it? I know more than these people. I have more experience than them. Why is it that I am not there? It is your self-image. It is your self-image. So enough is enough. If you are ready, click on the link below this video. Yes, it's a pitch. It's a fucking pitch. You're in sales. You're a consultant. Click on the link and get on the call with our Reboot strategist. Tell them the truth. Just say, hey guys, listen, I want to see if this thing can actually help me. I'm not sure if it's going to work for me or not, but I'm in sales. I'm a consultant. Don't give me the runner. Don't give me any of that shit. Just shoot straight and I'll give you a yes or a no. Click on the link. Get on a call with them. All of them are professionals in their own right. 6-figure earners. All of them have their own businesses. All my Reboot strategists that you get on the phone with are certified to coach. They have their own successful businesses, and they do this as well. Get on the call with them, have the conversation, and see if we are the right fit for you. Self-image, brothers. I'm JK, your brother in the struggle. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. I'll speak to you later on in the week.